Hello and welcome back to episode 18 of this survival let's play on Jack Pine. Today the very first thing we're going to do, because I think they're going to be really low if not running out, is see to our pigs. I know it's something we didn't do in the last episode because they're alright, but after the full night I think they're going to need attention. Put this on the back. Other from that, you can see it's still early autumn, so I don't think the potatoes will be ready in this in-game day anyway. We're not far off though. It'll probably be into the next part of autumn. However, like we said previously, I'm planning on trying to keep them in the ground regardless. Right, so food's low and water seems non-existent. Brilliant. So if this will come up a bit, yep, there we go. Right, we'll get rid of that. Detach that. And we'll quickly go and get some water before they die off, because I think we're due to start getting some piglets from them. Looks like manure's low in there as well, so we're going to have to go and get that as well. As well as probably water in there, to be honest. I mean, it's been, I don't know, it's probably been about 4 or 5 days since I last recorded on Jack Pine. That's just the way, sort of, when I record videos, that's how it works. I tend to record quite a lot in one go, and then because of sort of real life work, I might not get some recorded for another 4 days after that. Right, there we are. So that's full now. So yeah, we're going to be getting young anytime really. So once I get sort of the farm ticking over, I making sure this greenhouse isn't going to run out, because that's where our money's coming from, then I'm going to start looking at a bigger shed, I think. You can see our windmills doing quite well up there. That's going to be making us quite a decent amount of money. And we need to get a structure as well, don't we? An actual farmhouse rather than a tent. I know I'm sort of, in a sense, I'm recapping, and that's only because, like I said, it's been a good few days since I recorded on here, so I'm just sort of trying to get it in my own head about what we need to do. I can't remember if I got the stump grinder behind that shed or not. I think I did. Right, we'll get in this, which is predominantly now just used for manure. We'll get over to the shop. I'm gonna have to get a fuel tank up here as well, I think, Anna. Because with this road now, there's very little scope for us having to go down to the bottom. I suppose when we come to start selling the pigs, then I'll need to. And it'll be this vehicle I'll be using, won't it? Because it was the transport option I got with this vehicle. I still need to do that bump as well. And these stumps, I forgot all about these. Right, so we'll have to bring the stump grinder over here to deal with these as well. And that, I don't know if you remember, but that is just outside of our boundary. So it wasn't letting us chop it up. That is. If that's manure, it'd be a bonus. Yep. Right. I'll get this filled with manure and then we'll come back. Right, so that took a decent amount of time. It fills so slowly from them pallets. So overall that cost us £800. It's £200 per double stack pallet. I need to get something to drag that as well. Drag it into our area so I can cut it up into small pieces and then be able to lift it. Oh, this is dead heavy now as well. Gonna have to get some speed up if I want to get up here. Pick them back up again. I thought I was going to go into the crop there. It went really light on the front. Right, we'll get this under cover. I know it doesn't really matter with the manure, but I think it's just habit with everything we use, to be honest. Fertilizer, as in solid fertilizer, like pellets, manure, any crops, bales. I always try to get them under the cover, don't we? Right, so they're still down as grown. Like I said, I think it'll be the next part of autumn anyway that they're ready. If we have a look for potatoes, have I just gone past? There they are. Yeah, so as late as possible into winter, really. Middle of winter, that's when the peak. And the peak at 377. And we only at 160 now, so it's not going to be happening anytime soon, is it? Right. I'll have a think about what we're going to do for the rest of today's episode and we'll come back. Right, so we're back, and the first thing that we're going to do is check this area over. I think it looks like I've had the stump grinder on here already. So the first thing that we're going to do is put up a new shed. And within our price range, I don't really want ones like this. I'll say no, I could. No, that's massive, isn't it? That's going to face the wrong way. What else we got? So 41 grand. Again, that's just going to face the wrong way because I don't want to take the one down that we've got, because as that's saying, I want to use that for things like bales, any pallets or anything like that. Far too big for what we've got. They're open ones that I don't want, and I know that one's dead long. So that's the one in it. Judging by the size. I've used this one before as well on Oil Man's Land, so I pretty much know what we're getting from it. Is that in line? It's not far off, is it? Because what I'll do, I'll put a track through. Get as far over here as possible and give us some more space to get in there. I'll place that. And we'll get the landscape tool. And we'll put a track in. That's not letting us go past there, it's a bit strange. I'll move this. We are actually going to use this again shortly. I'm going to do a bit of logging, probably on a time lapse. So we'll. Nah, it's letting us now. And to be honest, I could just do this as well, couldn't I? Because it's all going to be part of one area. Yep, I think that'll do for now. Right, whether that gives us enough, I think it will, enough sort of scope to turn. But as you've probably seen, I don't tend to do it that way anyway. I tend to back in, don't I? So our new shed, as I've already said, this is the pack from. In fact, I don't know if I've already said it, but I've said I used it on No Man's Land. This is the pack from No Man's Land, which has this one in, and I think this is from No Man's Land. In fact, it definitely is. So I'll get our stuff put in there at a later time. I know it's definitely down here where I want to start clearing again, because I want to put an extra field in. ready for next year, but give us something smart, right? I'm just looking at it from above to see where I want to try to clear. So this sort of area here, I think. If we can clear this side and put another field in here. I won't do these ones until close to time, or I could start over this side, couldn't I? I think that would be pretty interesting to start over this side here. We'll have a look on the map. Where does our land go to? Oh, we've got loads of space. Yep. We'll go down there. So I think because of the way we're going to do it, because of the way we're going to try to leave the potatoes in as long as possible, depending on what the winter's going to be like, we might not get anything, sort of the fields turned around until the spring again. We'll just have to wait and see. I've been dying to get this tree out for absolutely ages because you have to exaggerate the corner quite a lot. Right, I'm just going to put the help window on, just because obviously you've seen what I was like with this before, trying to get used to it. Although I have learned to turn it the right way now, so turn it on. I missed it. And what did we do last time? We just lifted up, didn't we? And move it to one side, yeah. And then because it's nice and high, I was just about to say, because it's nice and high, it stacks alright, but maybe not. Right, what we'll do, I'll put a bit of a time lapse on, and we'll get some of these cleared. Right, so as you can see, we've done a fair bit in a very short period of time. For today, I'm going to leave it there. Obviously, we've put our new shed up, which we'll move all the gear into in the next episode, and we've started clearing this bit, ready to put a new field in, which obviously is in view for the for next spring. So, on that note, thank you very much for joining us, and I'll see you again soon.